I've just had a delivery, and I genuinely have no idea what this is supposed to be. I have a theory of what I think it could be, and that's why I haven't opened it yet, because I want to see if it is what I hope it is on camera. But it's from Amazon, and I've not ordered a game from Amazon. Well, I have, but it's not supposed to be here until Saturday, because the game doesn't get released until tomorrow. As of recording this, it's the 10th of the 10th. I really hope this is what I think it is, because it's going to save me so much faff. Okay, come on. Come on now. Please be what I think you are. What you can only be. Oh, you bastard, it's not what I thought it was. Okay, I think he's just reused it. It should not have come from Amazon, unless he's drop-shipped it to me. I got my hopes up there. Okay, it was still a game I've been waiting for. I ordered this off eBay, which is why it shouldn't have been in Amazon. This is an import from America, but I ordered it from eBay, and it came from England, and I do think it's been drop-shipped to me. It's the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, which contains all the Mega Man Battle Network games in, which is one of my favourite franchises ever. There's fully about 12 games on this. They were all Game Boy games. In fact, I am going to try to collect Mega Man Battle Network 1 through 6 boxed on Game Boy Advance, because I think it'd be really awesome to have those. They were one of my favourite franchises. So in case it didn't work out what I hoped it was going to be, I really thought it was going to be Sparking Zero, because Sparking Zero releases tomorrow, but Amazon says that it's not coming until Saturday, which is obviously a problem for me, because I pre-ordered it. It should be here on the day. I'm very annoyed. If it isn't here when I wake up tomorrow, which it shouldn't be, I'm going to go out and try and buy it physically somewhere. I don't really care where from, but I will drive if I have to. But I really thought that maybe I'd been one of these lucky ones, because I hear stories all the time about how people ordered it off Amazon and it came a day early, and I was like, that's never happened to me, not once, not ever. And then we got this put through the door, and I was like, I've not ordered anything off Amazon that could possibly be coming today. What's this going to be? So it does look like the guy that I bought, because basically I paid for this a while ago, even though it came from England, which means that it should have been here quicker. And I think it's been drop-shipped in some form or fashion, because he didn't mark it as dispatched until, yesterday. Otherwise, why would it be in a sealed Amazon thing? But yeah, this did not release in England. This is a pretty cool thing. And here I was about to talk about how, maybe pre-orders aren't that bad. I take back all the negative things I've said over the last week. No, I hate pre-orders. Screw pre-orders. Pre-orders have never been good. Not once, not ever. It's just a way of giving. Pre-orders often pay for the game to be made these days. Or used to. I just did my TikTok about that happening in between the last couple of clips and this one. And some dude said that his arrived through Royal Mail today. And I'm like, where did you even order that from? Because where are people ordering games from to get them physically on time, let alone early? Because I just don't feel like there's too many choices these days, and it's frustrating. I miss the days where we had more choice. I'm going to keep saying this. Going to Tesco was just great. Every time we'd go to Tesco, my mother or whoever I was with would vanish to go look at whatever they were looking at. I just go stand in the game aisle and look at stuff. That doesn't happen anymore. The magic of going to big Tesco is gone. I mean, working at Tesco for 5 years will do that too. But, Anyway, let's do a bit of a Q&A, shall we? So first of all, this one's not so much a question as it is a statement, or an informed statement at that. Of course it comes from TikTok, because where else? Let me get my phone so I can read it more accurately, shall I? Hang on. I've never understood game hoarders at all. 90% you will never play. What's the point, and all the room it takes up, why, just why? This is a dude that does food takeaway reviews, by the way. So, I'll do the short answer first, the one that is most applicable to the majority of people, and then I'll do the long, more convoluted answer. The short answer is because I want to, because we can, and I hope that helped. The second answer is because why not? Plenty of people do. And now, the bit about not playing 90% is, I think it depends on who you're talking to there. Generally, I think there are a decent chunk of collectors that don't seem to play a lot of games. There's maybe 10 or so collectors that I'm familiar with, and a couple of them do seem to say something along the lines of, let me know what this game is like, I've never played it, about a lot of games. Me, however, I have always said I'm a gamer first and a collector second. I play a lot more games than I buy, which sounds absurd, but it's true. Let me show you something. This is my game log that I've had since 2018, where I have tracked the date of the credits rolling for every game I've played ever since. Generally, I average around 100 games per year beaten. Sometimes that comes in waves where I'll go a couple of months barely playing much. Other times I'll play a game a day for a month. Every day. For example, did that earlier this year. Take a look at this with the Spider-Man franchise. So Spider-Man 1, then all the way through Spider-Man 2 PS5, started on the 30th of June, finished on the 9th of July. In just over a week, I played like 13 Spider-Man games, and it carried on for a decent chunk of time after that, with the Ratchet and Clank games, where I'd never played the Ratchet games before. I started on the 15th of July, or at least the first one finished on the 15th of July, and I finished the last one on the 24th of July. And then Silent Hill on the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, the 1st, the 1st, the 2nd, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 4th. Quite often I'll beat multiple games in a day if the game is short enough, because a lot of games are short and I play a lot. So like, when you comment specifically on one of my videos saying you don't play 90% of them, it's just an incorrect thing to say, because I play a hell of a lot of games. Like, this year alone we're at, hang on, bearing in mind we've still got 2 months of the year left, I'm at 102 games played and beaten. Not just played, not just seen the start of it, played start to finish, 102 this year. I don't understand the need to try to shit on what other people enjoy. There are tons of things that people enjoy that I don't particularly understand the fun behind, but I'm like, if you enjoy it and it's not harming anyone, go for it. I don't particularly understand the hype behind football, but I know that millions, if not billions, do love it, so it's like, cool, have at it. There are people that collect watches. I don't really understand the point, but have at it. People, cars, things like... Different people like different things. This may be a shock to some people, I'm certain, but yeah, in terms of the space thing, if I didn't have my physical collection, this room would be very empty. I've got a decently large room here. It's the same size as the living room. And if it wasn't for my various different things all over the walls and the shelves and stuff like that, I don't know what I'd have in here. I'd have absolutely no idea. I need something to put on the walls. And if it's something that I like owning and I play a lot of, that is also paying my bills, why would I not? So yeah, play a lot of games, I buy a lot of games, and I display a lot of games, all because I can and I enjoy it, and it is my job. In the most straightforward way possible. On to the next. This one's a little less about games and more about like the businessy side of YouTube, I guess, but we're already halfway there. What do I think about the 3-minute short limit that's about to be extended? I'm excited for it. It's going to make my life quite a bit easier. It's going to be quite cool because of the fact that... So here's some behind the scenes stuff for you guys. On YouTube, for the last 3-4 years, whatever, the limit on length a short can be is 60 seconds. On TikTok, the minimum length to get paid is 60 seconds, which is why you'll see a lot of YouTube shorts that cut off in the last couple of seconds at 60, and it's because it's typically a TikTok that's been trimmed down for YouTube. Now, I'm somebody that, when I'm full steam ahead posts like 10 to 20 TikToks every day, because TikTok is still where the primary income comes from. And it would be great if I could be, or could have always been, repurposing said TikToks on YouTube easily. But when you have to manually download it, put it into editing software, cut a few seconds off of it, and then put it onto YouTube, and you're doing that 10 to 20 times every day, that is very, very time consuming. Now though, with the increase into the 3-minute thing, it's going to mean that I can just repost the same video. I can pay for a social media management suite, upload it to the social media management suite, tell it that I want the video to go to Shorts, Reels, and TikTok, and it'll handle the rest and the scheduling for me. I've always used a website called Vista Social. I'm not at the moment. They did triple what the price cost, and I'm waiting for some new features to get introduced. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. It would be cool if they did, but I don't know. I don't think I'm big enough yet. But I've used them for years, especially with TikTok and stuff like that, or did use them for a couple of years or a while. They were always my favourite scheduling app. But not being able to post the same video to everywhere because the time limit problem was always really annoying, so that going up is only a good thing. Furthermore, it might mean that we get paid a little bit more for YouTube Shorts, because the other problem is that YouTube Shorts don't pay anywhere near what TikToks do, or at least they haven't up to now. But generally, the reason that TikTok wants longer videos, for example, you can post videos up to an hour long on TikTok. Nobody does, but you can. The longer the video, the better the advertising potential. Yeah, it's why YouTube longs, regular videos like this, get paid way more than a TikTok would or than a short would, because the longer this video is, the more adverts you guys are going to see. The longer you are here, the more money YouTube makes, right? And the more money YouTube makes, the more they're going to share out to us lot. So, if a short is 3 minutes, there's a real decent chance that the amount we get paid for the same amount of views on that short will increase because the higher advertising potential. It's not a set in stone thing that they've announced yet, but it is just what would make sense logically. I watch a fair few like YouTubers that talk about the business side of things. Like their whole thing is like vidIQ, for example. And in their comment sections, I see people moaning about the shorts thing because they don't want shorts at all, let alone longer shorts. But here's the thing, right? Is that shorts are here to stay whether we like it or not. Attention spans are in the bin whether we like it or not. Trust me, it's just a thing. If I didn't have to do TikTok, I probably would just do YouTube. But the more avenues for a creator to succeed that we have, the better, is just the end of it, right? And when it comes to consuming said content, you choose whether or not to see YouTube Shorts. I could probably count on one hand the number of YouTube Shorts I've ever watched, because I don't seek them out, I don't get shown them. I don't know. So like if a creator was uploading YouTube Shorts, it wouldn't bother me because I would never see it if I didn't want to see it. It ain't like TikTok where everything's a short form thing for the most part. So like, I don't understand the people that are complaining about YouTube Shorts being longer because they don't want YouTube Shorts to be a thing at all. It's like, yeah, but just don't watch them then. Attention spans are in the bin anyway and probably not likely to get any better, but it just means that you've got to attract the people that are, you know. The content that you make is often determines the sort of audience that is going to end up seeing your video. So like if you were to make videos aimed towards younger people, you can expect to have a worse attention span. I make content that is typically aimed towards an older generation, which is why comments like that one about the collection shock me, because that comes from like a grown 30-something-year-old man that I would hope at his age would have the rational thought process to understand that different people like different things. It's why comments like that really do baffle me, because that is the sort of thing I would expect a 13-year-old to say that potentially never lived in an era where physical games were even a thing that they ever bought. But like somebody that clearly likes games enough that they get shown gaming videos to them, because that's the way TikTok works. You get on TikTok, for example, you get shown what you engage with. So if you see videos about games, it's probably because you've watched some videos about games, you know? Anyway, the longer shorts thing I think is only a good thing for creators, like it just is. The more options we have and the higher likelihood of us being able to get paid more for the same level of work is just a win, especially considering like creators like me that primarily come from elsewhere rather than just being solely a YouTuber. Like sometimes I see creators talking about how long form is where it's at, and yeah, if you already have a successful YouTube channel that you've built from long form, that is absolutely where it's at. By the time you've got a successful long form YouTube channel, you don't need to be doing all the other things. But if you're somebody that's just still trying to make it, then I don't see why not, because the potential for growth with shorts is pretty crazy. So like on my other account, tagged below, I'm probably going to be posting my long form gaming stuff, and then I'll probably use, I don't know, I'll either trim it manually or use an AI website to pull out the best clips and then filter those across into the various short form algorithms, because it's all potential for growth. So yeah, it's all business at the end of the day, I do suppose. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, do like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.